This week we'll be going over all of the secret skulls hidden in Back 4 Blood. There are 10 achievements related to finding these skulls throughout the game, and with this guide you're going to know exactly where to look for all of them. And now, let's get into it. So these hidden skulls will be these golden statue looking things hidden on some of the maps. There will only be one skull hidden in each of the groups of missions in each act, so if you find one on a map in one of the small groups, there won't be any more in that group of missions. We'll go through all of these in order, so if you're doing a full playthrough, you can make sure you grab them as you go through. If you've already done a playthrough, you can load the specific chapter that the skull is in and make it even quicker and easier to get to. The difficulty you do this on does not matter, by the way, so feel free to do it on Recruit. That's what I did. Some of these levels can be difficult with the random people/bots that it puts you with, so if you're looking for people to join you, come by the community Discord linked below and let some people know that you're trying to get some of these achievements. I know I'll probably need help going for the Veteran and Nightmare mode achievements in the future. For the first one, we have Portmanteau for finding the secret in Devil's Return. For this one, you'll need to go to Act 1 and the mission The Crossing. This one is pretty quick. You'll just run up to the explosive tank, blow that up, and run across the bridge towards the ferry. You can essentially speedrun this one if you have a pipe bomb or two, and you'll have no issue. Just run up to this right side and drop down here. The skull will be in the back left corner of this waiting for you. Next we have Bellhop for finding the secret in Search and Rescue. You'll need to go to Act 1 and the mission Bookworms. At first you'll fix up the library windows and then they'll send you out of the library to pick up survivors. You'll fight your way over to this house and you'll have to shoot explosives to open up a basement door, and you can then run in and up the stairs to get inside the house. The skull will be sitting in this room back here to the left and under the desk. Then we have Pallet Cleanser for finding the secret room in the Dark Before Dawn. You'll need to load up Act 1 and the mission Special Delivery for this one. You'll leave the camp and start heading out into the town. There'll be a building with a red flare in front of it that you'll need to cut through, and then straight out this door you'll be able to run up to this area with a little trailer that you can climb on top of. Just jump across these little platforms over to this one in the middle to grab the skull. And now for the last one in Act 1, we have Easily Missed for finding the secret in Blue Dog Hollow. You'll need to go to Act 1 in the mission Hell's Bells. This one takes a little bit to get to, as you'll need to go through the beginning area, use the tow truck to open up the next pathway, and then run down this foggy trail for a bit. Eventually you'll get to this area where there's a bunker on the right. Right up here next to it, you can grab the skull from on top of this hill. On the other side of the hill, there's a house right past it, which should help you make sure you don't actually go past. Moving on to Act 2, we have Cooped Up for finding the secret in the armory. For this, you'll need to load up Act 2 in the mission A Call to Arms. You'll have to go through the garage area first, and then it will open up to allow you to run around outside. Jump down and follow the path around here, and it'll lead you up to a little garden area. On the other side of this, you have the coop where you'll find this skull. Then we have Dangerous to Go Alone for finding the secret in Plan B. You'll need to go to Act 2 and the mission Hinterland. Essentially for this one, you'll just run down this river for a while, and eventually you'll come up to this waterfall that you'll jump down. Once down there, just turn around and look down in the water under the waterfall to find this skull. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to let me know down in the comments what you thought about the game, hit the like button, subscribe for more achievement guides, and if you want to support the channel even further, hit the join button to become a member. Next we have Cryptozoologist for finding the secret in Job 1022. You'll need to load up Act 2 in the mission Grave Danger. This one isn't too hard to get to, you can just run down this road all the way until you get to a graveyard. There are a lot of crypts here, but you'll want to come back to the far back right corner and go into this one to grab this skull. Now we can move on to the Act 3 skulls, and the first one will be Night of the Living Hedge for finding the secret in Dr. Rogers' neighborhood. You'll need to load up Act 3 in the mission Garden Party. You'll need to go basically through this entire level in order to grab this skull. Once you get to the safe room, you can come out and back down the steps towards the maze. Go over to the right side, and in here, you'll find this skull. Then we have extra credit for finding the secret in Remnants. You'll need to load up Act 3 and the mission, Making the Grade. You'll have to go through a little bit of this chapter before you can actually pick this one up. After you fight the ogre in the school gym, you can climb up the bleachers and onto the roof. Around the corner and to the right, you'll be able to pick this skull up from within this tent. And then for the final one, we'll be moving on to Act 4. There's only one mission for Act 4, so of course you'll load up the mission, The Abomination. You'll go through this little initial fight with the big monster tentacles, jump down the holes that open up to fight the head of the monster, and then you'll move on to the part where you chase it down and try to kill it. Well, eventually you'll come up to this area with a large hole in the bottom and these flesh bridges stretching across. This one going over here will come up to this part of the wall where you can find this final skull. And with that, we now have all of the Secret Skull achievements in Back 4 Blood. Be sure to also check out some of my other guides to help you complete more games.